You know what's wild? That fear of loneliness you feel? It's a lie. You are lying to yourself every time you say, I just don't want to be alone. You aren't actually running from an empty room. You're running from what that empty room says about you. And I know that sounds crazy, but stick with me, because what I'm about to show you is going to change how you see your entire life. There's a specific feeling you have every single day, but you're calling it the wrong name. You think you need people around you just to breathe. But the truth is, you aren't looking for company. You're looking for proof that you exist. And the worst part? You don't even realize you're doing it. But here's the good news. Once I show you the difference between being alone and being unloved, you can turn off the panic like a light switch. And when you do, you'll stop clinging to people who don't deserve you. You'll actually stop being scared of the silence. So, let's fix this right now, because you deserve peace. Real peace.
Okay, real talk. Do you check your phone constantly, like every 5 minutes, even when you know nobody texted? You walk into your house and immediately turn on the TV, music, podcasts, anything, just to kill the quiet. Why do you do that? Because for you, silence isn't peace. For you, silence is an accusation. It screams at you, see, nobody is thinking about you. You don't matter. You aren't loved. Listen, every time you fill the air with noise or useless scrolling, you are teaching your brain something dangerous. You're teaching it that your safety depends on a signal from the outside. You're telling yourself, I am only okay if someone else acknowledges I'm here. And people who want to use you, they love that. They know they can starve you of attention for a week, then throw you a crumb and you'll eat it up. Think about a child crying until their parent looks at them. That is what you are doing when you run from the quiet. Here's what you do instead. Next time you are in an empty room and your hand reaches for the phone or the remote, stop. Put your hand down, sit, say nothing. Let the silence be there. Say to yourself, I am here. I am safe. This silence doesn't mean I'm abandoned. It's just silence. Try it once, just 5 minutes. Watch what happens. The world won't end. You'll start hearing your own thoughts instead of your fears. Strong people use solitude to recharge. Dependent people use crowds to drown out the noise in their heads. Which one do you want to be? Here's something nobody tells you. When you are terrified of being without love, you stop looking at people as individuals. You start looking at them as medicine. You meet someone new. 5 minutes later, you aren't getting to know them, you're scanning them. You're thinking, can this person fill the hole inside me? Can they make me feel valuable? You aren't falling in love with them, you're falling in love with the relief they bring. You think it's romance, you think it's connection, but here's what's actually happening. Toxic people smell that hunger like a shark smells blood. They think, oh, this person is starving for validation. Perfect. I'll give them a taste, then I'll take it away so they chase me. It's like handing someone the keys to your happiness and then being surprised when they lock you out. Healthy people share their lives because they enjoy the person. You share your life because you are terrified to face it alone. That is a massive difference. So here's the fix. From now on, stop looking for someone to complete you. You aren't a half, you are a whole. Start giving yourself the attention you beg for from others. Take yourself to dinner. Buy yourself the gift. Validate yourself. If you can't fill your own cup, nobody else can fill it either. It's a bottomless pit. Fill it yourself, and people will want to be around you, not consume you.
Oh man, this one hurts, but we have to talk about it. You are in a relationship or friendship where you are undervalued, where you are ignored, where you feel cold, but you don't leave. Why? You tell yourself, well, maybe it will get better. We have history. I don't want to start over. But the truth is, you don't leave because your deepest fear whispers, bad love is better than no love. You think that if you step into the void of being single, you will cease to exist. You choose anxiety because anxiety is at least a feeling. Numbness feels like death to you. But listen to me closely. Being with someone who makes you feel lonely is the worst kind of loneliness in the world. It rots you from the inside out. It eats your soul like acid. You are holding on to broken glass, cutting your hands, but you won't let go because you're afraid your hands will be empty. Here's what you do instead. When you realize the love isn't real, you leave. You don't wait for a miracle. You don't beg for scraps. You say to yourself, I would rather be alone than with someone who doesn't see my worth. One red flag, notice it. Coldness, notice it. Disrespect, notice it. Don't wait until you are broken. Walk away the moment love turns into a chore. Initially, it will be scary, but then you will feel a freedom you've never known. You will realize you still exist, even when nobody is watching. You think being loved is a paycheck. Let me ask you something. Do you think if you are useful enough, convenient enough, perfect enough, people will finally love you and never leave? Do you constantly try to fix people? Do you solve their problems? Do you become the therapist, the chef, the bank, and the punching bag? If you do, I've got news for you. You're wrong. Totally wrong. Love is not a reward for good behavior. Love is not a performance bonus. When you work yourself to death to be indispensable, you aren't attracting love. You are attracting parasites. You are attracting people who need a servant, not a partner. And they will stay exactly as long as you are useful. The second you say no, they're gone. And you'll be left crushed, asking, I tried so hard, why didn't they appreciate me? Because you tried to buy love with the currency of self-sacrifice. Real love is free. Jesus didn't ask people to be useful. He loved them, but he didn't let them walk all over him either. You need to understand, you are valuable for your essence, not your function. Stop earning your spot in someone's life. The kindest thing you can do for yourself is stop running a marathon for people who wouldn't walk a block for you. Protect your energy. If someone only loves you when you are convenient, that isn't love. That is usage. Start saying no. Watch who stays. The ones who stay are your people. The ones who leave were just dead weight.
This is the big one, the one that attracts the fear faster than anything else. You are terrified of being without external love because you have no internal connection. You don't know who you are. You know everything about your partner, your friends, or celebrities, but you? Who are you when nobody is looking? What do you love? What do you dream about when you aren't trying to impress anyone? Your whole life revolves around waiting for someone. You wait for the text, you wait for the invite. You're like an empty house with the door wide open, begging, please, someone come in and live here. I'm scared to be here alone. And toxic people walk in. They see an empty house and they trash the place because nobody is home to stop them. But when you know yourself, when you have your own life, you stop being an empty house. You become a fortress. You become a garden. When you're busy with your own joy, your own growth, you don't have time for drama. You don't have room for people who bring garbage. You're too busy enjoying your own company. Here's how you fix this. Starting today, find one thing just for you. Not for Instagram, not for your partner, just you. Maybe it's walking. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's reading in a coffee shop alone. Date yourself. Get to know yourself again. Become the partner you are so desperately looking for. When you do this, something magical happens. You stop being desperate. You stop smelling like need. And suddenly, you start attracting a different kind of person. People who are whole. People who want to share your joy, not fill your void. Toxic people avoid people who are happy alone, because a happy, self-sufficient person cannot be manipulated. Pick one thing from this video, just one. Don't try to do it all at once, that's too much. Maybe you'll stop filling the silence with noise. Maybe you'll stop trying to earn love with favors. Maybe you'll take yourself to the movies. Do it this week, just this week, and watch how the feeling changes. The fear will vanish. Strength will take its place. You will stop being afraid of being left without their love because you will have found the source of love inside yourself. That is the life you deserve. Free, whole, yours. Now go get it. If this video woke you up, smash that subscribe button right now. One click, that's it. And go show the world you aren't afraid to be yourself anymore. You've got this.